The following program is rated TV MALV. It contains strong language, violence, and nudity. It is intended only for mature audiences.
Previously on 24.
But when it comes to the children, Wu-Tang is for the children. We teach the children. Puffy is good, but Wu-Tang is the best, okay?
We bring in the studio this morning one of the gay rights activists, Mr. Should I call you Mr.? Pepe Julian Onzima. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for
Good morning.
Morning to you.
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay. You are a transgender.
What?
Had to go back through. I do a throwback. Had to do a throwback. Throwback on the intro, man. This is Nerdish episode 58. 58. Cyclops versus Spider-Man, and that's double entendre. If you don't know what I'm, know what I'm talking about. Today is July 29th, 2026. Man, we got a lot of stuff going. I believe tonight is the first official red carpet event for Spider-Man, which is gonna have a big weekend. We're gonna talk about that. Odyssey about to be $1 billion movie. If y'all don't know, Michael Jackson movie was $1 billion movie. If y'all don't know, there's a lot of stuff going on with the movie industry right now. I mean, we got some good stuff going on. Fauci, man, hey, I usually don't do a lot of politics on this show, but Fauci, I believe that's beyond politics. That's pop culture, and the Republicans went in on him. We'll talk about that, and that's about it. I will be in attendance tomorrow to watch Spider-Man at the work. I'm going to 4DX later on my wife. Not tomorrow, but another day. But I gotta watch for the show. Gotta do that. But with that being said, like, share, subscribe, man. Leave a comment. I really appreciate it, man. Give me the algorithm. And let's read. So before I start my show, I like to do some funny stuff. And these two dudes be having me cracking up. Like, that's my guilty pleasure, being on Instagram sometimes. Like, I'm just chilling, don't have nothing to do, which for some reason I'm having a lot to do this summer, which is crazy. But I usually find these dudes and chuckle a little bit. I be sending it to the folks. Yeah, it's good. So let's see what they got to say.
If no God, people talk behind your back a lot. Then why don't you just turn around? If no God, people.
It's a good philosophical question. People talking behind your back a lot. Just turn around. So stupid. Oh, and then one of the greatest factions in wrestling history, the NWO. Debut date, icon NWO in logo and interest music. It's gonna listen a little bit, not gonna be too much. Just a slight bit.
The following announcement has been paid for by the New World Order.
it's a tough job, but
That's a great theme song. Oh shit, that's a great theme song, man. NWO boy, hey. Man, that guitar with the wah pedal and whole nine, man. Oh yeah, that's a great theme song. I'm not gonna play too much of it because you know, WWE, man, they really funny about that. But yeah, that's if y'all don't understand, man, 1996 wrestling. It was 1996 in general. There was a turning point in wrestling. Cause let me make sure. I think 1996 was hold up. I think that was the Iron Man. Oh yeah. Yeah. That was the old Iron Man match. So this 1996 in wrestling, you had, man, to me, one of the greatest matches ever was, and a lot of other wrestling fans probably disagree with me, but oh yeah, in fact, speaking of wrestling, I gotta get Summerslam stuff. Just remind me. But yeah, man, the Iron Man match, like I remember me and my childhood friends, my mama got WrestleMania 12 for me. And see, that was the first WrestleMania where I didn't see it. I saw it live. I didn't see it like rent of DVD. Rent back then would be the tapes, the VHSs back in the gap. So me and my the homies from the block, man, we all watching WrestleMania and the Iron Man match. That Iron Man match was so fucking good to me, man. I mean, to me, that's a top 5 match of all time, just because of the technical prowess of both Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart. The tension, like then it went to overtime, and Shawn Michaels had a win in overtime. It was like we were rooting for Shawn Michaels because of course he was San Antonio boy, he was Texas boy. Like, we had a root for him, and that was right around he was turning good. Like he had a face turn after that, really. And really there was no bad guy in that match. So then when that happened, then that's when Scott Hall, I think Scott Hall ended up going to WCW right after that, or a couple, like probably like In Your House or something. He went and he showed up on WCW, and that started the Monday Night Wars. So yeah, he came, then turn around. Kevin Nash came, he was old Big Daddy Cool. These in WWE, but WWF, but he ended up coming to WCW, and that, man, I'm telling you, it used to be, we used to have the previous button kind of got worn out during them days on the Monday Night Wars, because like I like WCW in general because like I was a big Harlem Heat fan. Like shout out to H-Town, Texas, Fifth Ward, Booker T and Stevie Ray. You know what I'm saying? Good people. And like WCW had a special place in my heart because of Ric Flair, because of Sting, Ricky Sting, both when he was in both companies. Some folks, but it got 96, 95, it got real cheesy when Hogan got there. And they started doing they were doing a lot more gimmicks and Hogan versus the whole goddamn roster. Hogan, Macho Man, and Sting uh, against the whole roster damn near. I think like Sting and Lex Luthor had a love-hate relationship at one point. So yeah, like they always had one actually, like especially because like Lex Luthor ended up being a part of the Horseman, and it was they bump heads a lot. Anyway, that being said, like 96 was just wild because like WWE was trying to figure out, okay, we we got a champion in Shawn Michaels. Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels, they both great wrestlers, but they not the prototypical wrestler Vince like of course Hogan, Ultimate Warrior, certain them wrestlers like that, Large in Life and everything. He wanted that, but Shawn Michaels was different. I mean, Shawn Michaels damn near was a cruiserweight. You know, he could have legit been a cruiserweight. Like I don't think he'll be a taller cruiserweight, of course, and stuff. But like compared to what Vince wanted, yeah, he wasn't that prototypical, you know, Vince Beach, Arnold Schwarzenegger, clone type of wrestler like that. Which I mean, you of course you probably had like Sid is that, and like yeah, to be honest with you, Undertaker really was on that type of time. He was just you know, he was just a big dude, man. But yeah, NWO, man, that changed the game because like WCW, like everybody was watching WCW until they figured out how to do the Stone Cold stuff, and the Attitude Era got invented. And yeah, I'd say about 97, 98, that's the heyday of the Attitude Era. But yeah, I can make an argument. This started just the Attitude Era in general because like even I'm thinking about in '96, ECW was like they were basically doing like an NWA style type of situation. They were running the territories like that. I mean, they had a couple hardcore matches like when Terry Funk and Captain Jack went at it, yeah, or like maybe, but then most of they fight wrestling matches was pretty much the traditional wrestling matches. It was intense, but the thing is, like, I would say ECW let people just you got a raw reaction, a raw promo from somebody that feels some type of way about the companies. So that was a little bit different. But then WCW came with NWO. That took that attitude that everybody felt. That, I mean, you were starting to see in WWE. You definitely were seeing the ECW, and then all the other territories and whatnot. Now they channel all that, but you using it with veteran wrestlers. So that was a different level there. And it worked, man. It worked till it pretty much got too big. But yeah, NWO 30 years 30 years ago, man. That's crazy thinking about that. I remember I was 12. Yeah, I was like 11, 12 years old when I was definitely 12 years old when that went down. I'm 42. So, man, damn, it's crazy. Scott, everybody in this promo, except for Kevin Nash, is dead now, man. That's crazy thinking about it. No. RP Hogan, RP Scott Hall, man. So, there's a movie coming out called Children of Blood and Bone. By the way, this is the author, Tommy Adeyemi. Now, I do not know what's the complaint in this movie. I haven't really been catching up on. I mean, this is not my lane, really. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Like, I like fantasy, but this seemed like it was more of like young adult fantasy. Like, I'm more into Lord of the Rings. No, yeah, Lord of the Rings. You can put that. That's pretty much Sword and Shield type stuff. But yeah, so this is a whole different lane. So she's really not feeling. By the way, shout out to her. You know, just keeping the buck. Shout out to her. But let's hear what she got to say. You know.
I'm going to post this so ideally I won't have to talk about this anymore. And when
she kind of reminded me of my ex girl from high school, Antoinette, man. She kind of reminded me of her.
About to share is not a secret to the people involved.
One thing different literally she had the locks and everything. The only thing they did was she had glasses.
It's a reality that I've had to live with for about a year and a half. And everyone involved, at least at the highest level, has been made aware of this reality. And they haven't done anything to make it better. If anything, they've only antagonized me. And I accept that.
Mm.
But I also accept if I don't say something, I think it's just going to be worse.
Let's see. So what I've been hearing about, she's a little upset because hold on, let me make sure I get it right. Oh, LA, let's see. I don't know what that is. What you think? Oh yeah, she signed NDA.
I'm going to post your somatic pain.
So I'm gonna look at some of the. You know what? I'm gonna look at. Oh, Amanda Stanberg is playing in the movie, and
Right?
y'all know who Amanda Steinberg is. Let me go find her real quick. This is Amanda Stein. Ooh, this is Amanda Steinberg right here, and the issue is she was in the Acolyte, and a lot of people like she really burned a lot of bridges there because like she played the twins in the Acolyte. That's a Star Wars show. It was a prequel to a lot of stuff. It was really the person who made it. Give y'all idea was the personal assistant to Weinstein. So take that for what it is. But the issue is like she's kind of polarizing in the nerd sector just because of like Acolyte for our worth, it was just a horrible show. Horrible show, right? And reason I'm saying it's a horrible show, like not written right. What's up, CP3? Not written right. A lot took liberties with some of the canon of the history of Star Wars, and that's gonna piss off a lot of hardcore Star Wars fans. And a lot of hardcore Star Wars fans are pretty much gone from the fandom anyway. Like they kind of gave a lot of them was in Warhammer, a lot of them are doing independent stuff, a lot of them they create their own stuff. They doing a lot more stuff like, and a lot of them are they probably just sticking with like collecting their stuff that they love. They're not really consuming. I hate to say that word, but art. They're not even partaking in any of the new stuff really. They're just laughing at it. So with that being said, she felt some type of way that people was kind of roasting the show. So she created I wonder if I can still find it. Hold on. All right. Oh yeah, it's still here. So she made this song right here. And people meme this. People meme this. This is her. So she basically did this song to the Star Wars fandom while she's in a Star Wars show. And yeah, it's not. It went exactly how y'all thought it went. Like you had big old pasty white boys doing the whole doing the whole routine like that. I mean, it was bad. They had little. I mean, it was bad. The memes was horrible. They went in on her. But then you had to select few like, you know, if you mute the music, it's all right. I mean, they were going in on her. So with that being said, this is the writer, and I guess she this is the problem, man, with ownership, right? What's up, DNYC? This is the problem with ownership. Like if you own intellectual property, I should say, my bad. You own intellectual property, you gotta be in control of your stuff. You can't let go of creative control, man. That's the name of the game. Like people come with the big old bag of money saying, hey, we want to adapt your art or whatnot, right? If you don't have creative control and you have it written down to a point where, you know what I'm saying, it's pretty much solid, which is Hollywood always try to find a way to circumvent. If you got something like that, they'll just start calling you crazy. So they make it so you can't do what you want to do. So I mean, you just once you try to get in the adaptation game, it's a little give or take with that. You know what I mean? Little give or take with that. But yeah, this seems like what's going on here. I'll finish up this video. Feel attracted though.
I came back to America and suffered such severe somatic pain and so many panic attacks. And I knew it was so bad that I would never, ever be able to watch this film. And I made peace with that.
This is a good question. Who's making this? Let's see who's making it. Let's see. Original Button Bone. They don't say. Hold on, give me a second. Okay. Don't say who actually making it. I understand why they got Cynthia Erivo in this. Oh shit. Chidway. Okay, Chidway's good. Idris, Viola Davis, Damon Idris, Amanda Steinberg probably. That's another one probably gave us some shit. Zachary Moma, Lashana Lynch. Oh man, like they got the Who's. So I wonder what got the Who's Who in Black Hollywood here. But I mean, mostly I think Viola Davis. She's American. Regina King. Oh shit, they got Regina King. Oh yeah. All right, I just need to know who at this is Amazon shit. Hold up, y'all. I wonder what the issue is. See, I'm looking at the directors and everything. It's all black. It's mostly all black staff or something. Amanda might be because her dad is a head up in Disney. Steinberg got his first name, but she's the only one that's as close to being not black, even though she is black and everything. I don't knock anybody who's mixed, man, because like shit, hey, it's it's what you identify with at that point. And that's the only true excuse for that. Like, but that's
But as it is being marketed, and as I am still being antagonized behind the scenes, which is where I hoped all of this would stay,
who the fuck is antagonizing you?
it's become apparent to me that reality needs to at least be made known so that you guys can understand.
Like the lawyer on situation was saying, like on X, she might be on the NDA, so she can't really say exactly who. But mind you, she has an all-black staff pretty much. So who's actually antagonizing her? So that this goes for show. Like this might not be just black and white. Like you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes we are our own worst enemies, and that goes for any other race. Like old Jill Scott Heron said, I know he meant a different way. He meant this in a different way, but you know, home is where the hatred is, man. Your family, your people, man. Like you find the most evil people that got to share the same genetics with you, man. It's the reality of the situation.
How this film, which I worked on to make it a little better for us to be alive, is also the worst thing I have ever had to live through.
Imagine this. This is a sister that made a young adult fantasy that's based in Africa, pretty much, because I just read the synopsis. And she is expressing herself in this nature. Like there's no I'm gonna show y'all this. I'll show y'all cast and I'll show y'all the let's do this. Hold up. This is the cast. Amanda. And like I said, this dude's playing a voice. See who this is. And like I said, that's the sister too. I want to know who's giving her the issue. Let's look at the whole cast. Might be coming from here. Oh shit. From Fort Worth. Shout out to you. Let's see. So it wouldn't be from. I'm just confused. Like, who is he? Who's she having issues with?
And I don't wish to speak on it anymore. I don't know if that's possible. I understand that I have a public presence
Shit, you like
and that this is a global project.
That's when that part gonna see this shit. Bust out laugh. He look just like her ass, like a young version.
It's probably useless posting a video. I really don't know. I don't do things like this. But I also understand that being silent about it.
I mean, technically, you're being silent because you didn't say nothing, which I understand because you might have an NDA, and that could be give you a word of hurt. So you kind of had to grin and bear it to the NDA. I'm wondering if Disney made this movie. I gotta find out who made this fucking movie. They're not saying on IMDb. All right, let's look at the movie controversy. Yep. Here we go. This is an AR overview. The Children of Bone and Blood and Bone movie adaptation controversy involved author Tommy, which you just saw, cutting ties with the project. A public fallout will start Amela Steinberg. I knew it. Over and debates over casting and colorism. She revealed she left a film production, having been laid inside due to a severe on-set experience. Later saw ongoing tension and lack of creative control. You always gotta have creative control, man. After Manila Sandler was cast as Princess Amari, a character described in the book as a dark copper complexion targeted by colorism. They changed. Look, man. Seriously. Hold up. I don't know, man. That's crazy. Somebody put person in public view and then share a screenshot showing she blocked Steinberg. Oh shit. It told the actress not to use her name following disagreements that escalated across social media. Ooh. Yeah. Damn, I didn't know it was this bad. For sure. What's up, Jess J? Yeah, all right. Same thing. Yeah, that's the same thing. Paramount. Oh, Paramount. Okay. All right. I see what's going on. Okay. That explains a lot. So the Paramount and Warner Bros. Merges on its way happening. So now, look, I'm gonna give it a buck. This is political season. This is a midterm season. We a couple months out from midterms, and they like people in California are very upset with the merger between the Ellisons Paramount with Warner Brothers. So what I'm thinking now is that they trying to gin up controversy to start some shit, right? Because right now, like I did a story, I want to say that yesterday or day before, talking about how the DNC they're damn near in debt. So like people not engaged to you know donate or whatnot. It's a lot of stuff going on. So with that being said, with that, don't be surprised you start seeing stories like this outside, like this is an all black cast, and her only issue was Steinberg playing the main character, which that's an obvious. I mean, I get it. Like you you want to be authentic to the story and everything, whatnot, but I don't know if she should have just left the way she did on that, man. Yeah, You know what? I have to agree with that. Because a Mandela, man, like, I don't think she got range. She don't got too much range, man. I think she getting, love because of her dad, man. I hate to say that because I watched her. Like, she didn't have range, never played twins. Like, you have to understand how hard that is to play twins in a movie. Like Michael B. Jordan, he's good enough to do it. Lupita is good. She could do it all day. She's a great actress. My point is like she's saying, I don't know. I know I'm not alone, but I'm so nagged up by the Children of Blood and Bone casting because out of all the African countries, Nigeria has some of the most talented people coming out of their film industry. Like even picking those police would. Yeah, I have to agree with that too, man. Because like, man, Nigeria's pretty much taking over Black Hollywood. Like, I mean, we might could be like I said, I can name off the top of my head black actors that's gonna move the needle. Like, just think about this. Like, Michael B. Jordan might be the youngest out of all of them. Michael B. Jordan definitely the youngest out of since Chadwick. I don't even know if Chadwick is American or not. That's a good question. But yeah, like him, like I said, Michael B. Jordan, Jamie Foxx is still a great actor. He just, like I said, Ray Charles, his impersonation is top notch. Of course Denzel, but Denzel older. Samuel Jackson, he's around here in DFW going to soul food restaurants, everything. He enjoying here. He might fuck that movie or keep on, but he doing Frisco King. But like, he's older. Like he been in the game since fucking coming to America, but maybe a little bit before that. But and then the thing about it, Jamie Foxx ain't that not like a young pup anymore. So got that. I have to think about it. Like, there's not too many black stars out here. Of course, Will Smiths and everything. Like, 50, you could probably put 50 in that. Like I said, it's few and far between. But like, let me get up out of here. They had a good point. So yeah, it's basically Steinberg.
Is making the pain a lot worse. And even though it feels awful to share this,
God damn, I can't even look at her no more. She look just like my fucking ex. We cool, we ain't nothing like that, but she look too much like her. So this is out right now. They're doing the Amazon preview stuff, but man, I've heard good thing. I've heard mixed reviews. I heard shout out to Chris Gore, Film Thread. He pretty much talking about the action. So the people who directed this was the same people directed Shang-Chi. I about to say Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi. And from what I'm hearing, the action is top notch. Like some of the best action you're gonna get in the Spider-Man movie. And like I've heard a lot of people saying 8.5. That's what I'm getting from people talking about like I said, like 8 around that type of time. I believe that's where it's gonna stand. You know what I'm saying? So and then it's going up against the Odyssey. And the thing with the Odyssey that's gonna make it have long legs is the premium and make a lot of money is the premium theaters like your 40X, your 4D, your D box, IMAX, IMAX 7mm, which we got one here in Texas Web Chapel. Shout out to them. So I definitely think, and I don't want to talk about the movie and stuff because I already talked about that. But I'm actually been, if I'm not listening to any other YouTubers, I actually been listening to the audiobook with or the audiobook that got Ian McKellen doing the narration, man. And man, he does a good job. You know what I'm saying? So these are preview. Hold on, when was this made? This is made on 24th. So yeah, he's way past this now. So yeah, he gonna more like he gonna make $1 billion out this movie. But see, this is the biggest thing. So I'm hearing they say weekend range 280 million to 300. I'm hearing it's gonna be over 300. Cause like when to find tickets right now, especially like if you're doing 4DX stuff, all that shit sold out. Like you're just going there by yourself, which isn't a bad deal. So this weekend gonna be booming for movies. So this could be a big one. Sony Pictures and Marvel Studios for Tom Holland led Spidey film. Spider-Man Brand New Day is coming hot with a current 91% Rotten Tomatoes critic rating, on par with the previous 3, 92, 91, 93, respectively. My mouth got dry right when I'm about to say that. Pre-sales have surged to exhibitors in release week, and every member in our forecast panel reported early sales well above Deadpool and Wolverine 211 million. And many reported that is outpacing the prior Spider-Man out of No Way Home, which currently stands as the second highest domestic opening weekend of all time with 260 million. It's gonna beat that thing right now. Zebra or rushing to add showtimes to meet demand for the title. That's Telltale Signs gonna beat that. As of Wednesday afternoon, Spider-Man Brand New Day already claimed nearly 49% of the weekend showtimes in the United States, according to box office company Showtimes Dash. For reference, the Odyssey opened at number 1 2 weeks ago with 22 Showtime market share. Several exhibitors in our forecasting panel have reported occupancy rates near 40% across the entire weekend, and a incredible high percentage consider the sheer number of showtimes available. Previews began at noon on Thursday across nearly 4,000 screens in the United States, Canada, and should provide strong boosts along the market bump from Comic-Con. Yeah, while it's the cons why Bush out. Yeah. Basically saying don't expect it, which is understandable. So yeah, big weekend this weekend for movies, man. And let's get to this. So I was gonna say this tomorrow, but I probably won't be doing the show tomorrow for obvious reasons. So apparently the NFL and the ownership of the Washington Commanders, they're talking about bringing back the Redskins. Let's read.
We were calling out leaders on a case of really woke gone wrong. The irony that they were canceling Native American culture as the DEI movement went way too far. Look, this is honoring a Blackfeet chief who was born in Montana. He's highly esteemed. The Blackfeet tribe of Montana, their current chairman and the tribal council signed a letter in strong support to bring the logo back. It honors Indian country. So we've had good discussions with the NFL and with the Commanders. There's good faith negotiations going forward that's going to allow this logo to be used again. Perhaps revenues going to a foundation that could help Native Americans in sports and so forth. We're making good progress. And based on the good faith negotiations, I made a decision to support this bill yesterday in the committee.
I know that they put a plaque up at Northwest Stadium honoring Wetzel and the logo. It'd be great to see it back on the helmets again. Senator, thanks so much for joining us. Really appreciate it.
All right. So we got that. I think it'd be a great thing because Cowboys and Redskins are probably one of the most historic rivalries in NFL. I mean, you don't have the popularity of the NFL without the rivalry between the Cowboys and the Redskins. I mean, they're just hands down like that ushered in the modern time of the NFL. That's all I got to say about that. So, hold up. You know what? I'm going. All right. This is what he wants to do.
You do.
So, there was some smoke in the Capitol this weekend. Well, today, I should say. So, Dr. Fauci hands is shaking as he declares he will not answer any questions. He will plead the fifth. Why you pleading the fifth, man? Let's read.
Any reasonable person who has followed his unhinged obsession with me would readily come to the same conclusion. Therefore, although it pains me to do so, because of the respect I have for the legislative branch of government and my decades-long record of cooperating with Congress, under the advice of my attorneys, I will invoke my right under the Fifth Amendment of the Constitution to refrain from answering your questions. Thank you. Any
That Lord ain't going back there. All right. So this is interesting. Breaking news. So Senator Rand Paul just had Capitol Police eject Anthony Fauci lawyer from the building after he refused to stop screaming during the hearing. Okay, let's hear.
But the attorneys are not recognized. In fact, the attorney was told not to sit at the table, and he's not obeying that recommendation. There's a row behind you, sir. That's where you were told to sit, and you're not. And now you're disrupting the proceedings. And so, look, this is the way Anthony Fauci wants to be remembered, for a lawyer not listening to the rules.
Wow.
That's the way you want to be remembered, and that's what you're going to do. You are not recognized, sir. Security, please remove him from the room.
Ooh. Shit. Man ain't playing.
I just fear. Let the record state that Dr. Fauci will still have the advice of the other half a dozen attorneys that he brought along today.
Half a dozen. That's crazy. And hold up. This is the reaction from CNN about Fauci pleading the fifth. Let's see what Aaron Burnett had to say.
112 times to invoke the Fifth Amendment. I mean, you can't even string all that together. That obviously, it sends a message. Will that strategy work? Because he says, well, I had to do that because, you know, they're looking for perjury traps. Or does that just make it worse? And is he in real trouble?
I think it makes it worse. It's even a curious way in which you wonder what his legal advice was, why they decided to do that. because he does not face criminal jeopardy for the pardon in all likelihood. He's pardoned for all actions before January 2025. But that also means that you're forced to testify. That's how prosecutors use immunity or pardons, and they say now you're forced to testify because you don't have any criminal liability. What we're going to ask you about. So then to plead the fifth is actually, he could then be held in contempt. There could be, theoretically at least, a Justice Department that goes after him for not answering when he is not really facing that criminal charge.
Yeah, and also when the reason put out is perjury traps, then of course, again, to the layperson, it's just saying, well, why wouldn't you just say the truth? What would be the problem in that? So, I understand that's a layperson thing, but it doesn't sound good.
Man, yep. He might have screwed up. It's
I did have a question for you about a new revelation that we have here in the state of Florida. Breaking news that the Attorney General in the state of Florida, James Uthmeyer, is looking at prosecuting potentially Dr. Fauci for his crimes based on Florida law that would not be covered by a federal pardon from Joe Biden. What is your take on this? Have you had any outreach from the Attorney General of Florida?
We're happy to share our information with anybody. Most of the things that we had looked at that we believed were breaking a federal law were destroying records, which is a federal law, lying to Congress, which is a federal law. And now what we're contemplating is sending a referral to the Department of Justice for obstruction of a congressional investigation. So those are very federal. I don't know right offhand what the state charges would be. We're open to cooperating. We have a mountain of evidence, and we're more than willing to share it with people who wish. We've been sharing most of it, frankly, with the public. We've been putting as much out there as possible so people can make up their own mind. Plus, there's 1,000,001 people like yourself and other sleuths that will go through this and find things that maybe even we didn't find.
So you are encouraging state AGs to potentially take up this issue.
I wish it got the answer. So it's so bad. Even PSYOP anime had to get along, get this together. Let's read.
I testified before and or briefed Senate and House well over 200 times over those 38 years. During and after the COVID pandemic, I have appeared multiple times for hearings in the Senate and the House, usually under oath, and sat for several days-long transcribed sworn interviews, answering questions about the very issues that are now the subject of this hearing. However, given Senator Paul's obvious obsession, under the advice of my attorneys, I will invoke my right under the Fifth Amendment of the Constitution to refrain from answering your questions.
Man. Oh, man, hit hard. I remember I had just got my Mustang. I got my Mustang 2 years. I'm not going to lie like that. I got my Mustang 2 years prior to the pandemic, and there was nobody on the streets. I got to drive as, oh my God, I had some fun. I keep it at that. And last but not least, is TMZ. You remember the JP Morgan story where the chick was trying to hit on the Indian dude and whatnot? So JP Morgan banker claims naked drunk boss tried to recruit friend for the threesome. All right. Same banker suing Johnny for allegedly making him form claiming his boss once proposition a threesome with him and another person while yeah. I'm trying to wrap my head around this. All right, I won't have to read this. After filing, according to the filing obtained by TMZ, Hajdini assaulted him in 2024. Really, after allegedly threatened to tank his promotion if he didn't have eggs with him. After he allegedly caved into the man, the banker who as in previous lawsuit to remain anonymous, said they went back to his family members' Manhattan apartment where a visibly intoxicated Hajani was, quote unquote, speaking so loudly she woke up a witness who was standing there. The lawsuit claimed Hajani emerged completely naked, sat on a living room couch, lit a cigarette, and repeatedly demanded the witness to come join us. Yeah. The witness says he repeatedly refused, and Johnny allegedly said, "You know, I own John Doe, so you better come join." Yeah. All right, we'll see about that. But overall, I think that's it, man. Another quick live, man. Like I have way more stuff to talk about tomorrow because I'm the movie and just in general, lots of other stuff. But hey, appreciate everybody showing up. Y'all know, do like, share, subscribe, leave a comment on the post to get the algorithm up, and that's about it.